Hi, how are you doing? I hope everything is great. In this video, we are going to talk about how to get into freelance writing, starting right now. Okay, so getting into freelance writing is not as difficult as it may seem. Actually, it's a pretty easy and straightforward thing to do if you only have a few bases covered and you have propensity for enormous amounts of workload and huge deadlines and clients demanding that you deliver things faster, looming deadlines, but also, so that's like the, let's say, negatives, but also on the other side, you have positive things. So flexibility, huge income potential. You can work from anywhere around the world. You can employ geo arbitrage to take your the value of your money to the next level if you are living in another country. So there are potentially many different amazing benefits, and we are going to explore them right now. So here we are on my blog. As you can see, I have a whole article about this topic, how to get into freelance writing in 10 easy steps. So if you don't mind, we are going to go through this article really quickly, and I'm going to comment on some of these points that I addressed in the article, and then I'm going to give you some extra tips on how to become a freelance writer, so make sure you stick till the end. Okay, so as you can see, freelance writing is one of the few career choices today where you can set your own goals and working hours. I think this is crucial because in most occupations, you still have to work from 9 to 5. Sometimes you even have to go to an office, which is quite shocking. But when you are a freelance writer, you can just straight up set your own schedule, set your own goals. And it's actually crucial that you set your income goals so that you can earn as much money as you possibly can in the shortest amount of time. So here we have just a small intro. So maybe first we can talk about a few advantages of being a freelance writer. So as you can see, one of the advantages of being a freelance writer is the ability to work anytime and anywhere. So as I said before, this is both a beautiful thing to have in your life, but also it's potentially a curse. Because if you don't know how to set boundaries, then you will find yourself working on your freelance project in the middle of the night, and it's not good for your mental health or your physical health or your social life for that matter, because you need a life also. Okay, so, but that's an advantage. You just have to know how to handle this newfound power with dignity and responsibility. So you can serve as many clients as you can handle at a time. So it's not like in your good old regular company where you just get some projects and you have to get them done and that's the only thing going for you. No, here, if you have higher ambitions, if you want to go further, if you want to go longer, then you can do it, no problem. You also have the flexibility to write on a broad assortment of topics to meet each client's specific requirements. Okay, so this is not really a benefit, but whatever. Then not being confined to an office space. You may pick a hammock on a sandy beach or a cottage in the mountains. Even your local cafe shop can become a writing hub. So this is actually very inspiring because this is actually something that I should do more of. I'm just mostly sitting here at home and working on my freelance projects here because my workspace is just so comfortable and I love it. And I have these big speakers and my favorite things and my coffee is there. So it's just easy. But this is true. It's actually great to pick your favorite spot. Maybe I will even do it today and just go for it. Then you become your own boss in this profession and spare yourself from grind of a daily commute. This is huge, huge. When you look at the data about how your daily commute affects your physical and mental well-being, you would be shocked to learn that it's hugely detrimental to both of these things. But if you can avoid daily commute and let's say just walk 2 blocks to your favorite cafe or set up a nice home office at your place or even join a co-working space that is nearby, and then let's say you spend 5 hours just in the morning, let's say working on your freelance project at home in your home office where you will not be disturbed, but then you go to your favorite cafe or a co-working space where you can actually socialize a little bit, listen to some music, watch people, and perhaps conduct a few meetings and answer around 100 emails, let's face it, right? So you can basically balance out the things that you are doing in your daily life according to your own needs, not to the needs of the organization that you are working for. Then you can find success without prior experience or extensive knowledge in a particular field. The key is keeping yourself updated on various affairs and issues through reading. And I think this is crucial. As a writer, of course, you need to read a lot to keep yourself informed about the zeitgeist and just the main issues of today, right? And then once you established yourself in the biz, you can get more freedom to choose your clients too. So this is a very interesting point. At the beginning, you will most likely just get any job you want. Write a 1,000-word article for $10, you're on it, right? Because you just want to earn any money. You want to build a little bit of credibility. You want to have your portfolio and you want to have writing samples that you can then show to other clients. But with time, you will start to have the luxury of actually being able to fire clients that are annoying, that are too demanding, that are not compatible with your own style. So that's that. And then you get to expand your portfolio and track record every time you complete a project, making you more attractive to high-profile clients. And I think this is also a great point. So now, after talking for around 9 minutes about all of these crazy benefits, now let's get into the meat of the article and talk about how to get into freelance writing fast. Fast, quickly, practical tips only. So write sample articles, right? Use every spare time you get to write samples during your lunch or coffee break while on a long commute, or just any time you can afford to sit down and type or scribble. So I'm all for that, right? Write sample articles. You need to build some kind of credibility, and nobody is going to hire you. Nobody in their sane mind will hire you if you don't have at least a few good samples of your work. And make damn sure they are edited to perfection. Because, yeah, otherwise you ain't gonna get hired. Hone your writing skills for show. This whole blog and this whole channel is all about that. Then discover your writing niche. I think this is a very important point because you, as a generalist, you can only earn a certain amount of money. Let's say An average for a freelance writer in the US is around $50,000 per year. So it's okay, given the fact that you have all of this flexibility and you can work anytime, anywhere, and all of that stuff. But you can also earn $100,000 a year. But the difference is that if you want to earn $100,000, then you are a specialist. So are you specializing in writing about video games? Perhaps about current events? Maybe you specialize in writing about neuroscience, or you are a medical freelance writer, or your niche is education, or even better, if that's your thing, you can get into finance writing, which pays the most, right? So consider picking your niche very carefully. Then create a blog, for sure. Writer with a blog versus writer without a blog is day and night. When your clients, your potential clients, look at your application for a freelance gig, they will hire you at a much faster rate if you have a blog that has some traction, because most of the time you will be writing for the web. So by showing them that you are already writing for the web, right? Like, you are already there. So, and let me tell you, I have hired hundreds of freelance writers throughout the years, and only a few of them ever had a blog, or they actually shared their blog with me. And those were the people that got hired, right? So create your portfolio, that's pretty obvious. Then cold pitching, this is like a whole art and science of cold pitching, reaching out to clients. So as soon as you have your blog, and as soon as you have a few writing samples, and maybe you have completed just a few gigs, right? Then you basically go online and start pitching. So many companies and independent institutions may look for freelance writers and invite them to apply. However, sometimes you need to knock on their doors literally or figuratively, even without an invitation. This method is called cold pitching, right? So let's say you have a list of 100 blogs, websites, magazines, news outlets in your niche. And you have also built the contact lists, you have the emails, right? Most blogs have submission guidelines and so on and so forth. Your job is to basically do your numbers, just as a salesperson would. It's funny, but it works. And the best part is that you don't have to cold call anybody, although you can do that if that's your thing. But preferably, you would just create a nice template for the message that you are sending, right? And then you just send that message. You send it to them saying, hello, I'm Rafal, or, right? I'm a freelance writer in this niche, and I'm quite sure that as a thriving company, you are looking for exceptional writers who would fill the gap in your content, increase your traffic, bring you more revenue, so you become a more powerful and influential company. And as a matter of fact, I am now available to write a few of these articles for you. We can start just with one, and let's see how it goes. And then you just get your foot into the door, and you're in the game. Then networking, for sure. If you are into that, it doesn't have to be in person, can be on LinkedIn, especially on LinkedIn, can be on Twitter. Just network, increase your influence, and then people will start coming to you. Familiarize yourself with SEO, That's for show. Don't know SEO. You don't get any job at all. Capitalize on the power of social media. So once again, something like Twitter, especially for writers, and LinkedIn, because that's great for building business contacts. And then finally, hard work. You ain't gonna get nowhere if you ain't gonna work hard. So that's about it. That's these 10 points about getting into freelance writing. I hope that you gained some valuable insights from this article, and that now you are ready to step on the path of discipline and freelance writing and building a life that you are proud of, and that you wake up every single day in the morning thinking that, damn, I'm so lucky to have such a nice occupation. Freelance writing. You can do it from anywhere. No income ceiling. Freedom. Just freedom through online creativity. That's what this blog is all about. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video.